Hello and welcome back to the Nordic Takedown. You're listening to episode 92, and today we have some really nice topics for you guys. But before we go into those, let me introduce Jason, co-host. Welcome back.
Yo, hey, it's really nice to be back. I think it's been 3 weeks that I haven't been on, so I have missed this. There's been some very good episodes the last 3 weeks.
We'll get back to that very soon. But
yeah, exactly. But good to see you.
Yeah, likewise. First, we have to introduce Pontus. Welcome.
Hey, welcome to me. Yes, thank you.
Great having you and your bassy podcast voice as always.
Get close to the mic.
You're
go on, Pontus, do that again. Let's hear the rumble in the subs.
Hello, everybody.
There we go.
Okay, so today is going to be some different topics. We're going to talk a bit about Premiere, since we are now in a new meta and a kind of a special meta with 6 sets. And then touch a bit upon today's stream, the spoilers, and look into the future where we'll have rotation. That's going to be very, very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And also, we are quite excited for next week's news when we'll learn more about changes to packs. So we'll also have a discussion about that.
Yes, about time.
That's going to be good. But first, let's do the Cantina catch-up. Jason, what have you been up to in your zoo life?
What I've been up to for 3 weeks. That's a very, very big question. I've been hitting the gym a lot. Nothing to do with SWU, but that's taken up a lot of time.
Yeah, kudos.
It's been a lot of fun. I've been on a weight training program. I've actually dropped about 20 kilograms in about the last 7-8 weeks.
Damn.
So feeling pretty good. But a little bit tired.
Sounds about right.
But still energy. But on the Star Wars Unlimited side, I've been teaching a new player locally, actually, someone who plays a lot of Magic, but prefers to play card games in person. So I actually turned up at a game day for like an hour and wore a top with my badges on someone gave me a couple of badges at Malmö. He's like, oh, what are those? And so I explained what they are and explained that the card game was like, oh, you've got to teach me. And I was like, actually, I've got to be home. I've looked after the kids tonight. Do you want to come over this evening and play? And he was like, absolutely. So he came over a few hours later and we played between 8 and 2 a.m. by the time we went home. Went through the Secrets of Power new decks, went through like Sabine and some of the other decks explaining the game. Difficult to get him out of the Magic, I'm going to do everything I want to now, so I'm going to do this and this and this and this. Wait a second.
Untap, now it's my turn.
Yep. There we go. So I've been teaching someone new, so we're going to play a bit more, but it was sealed tomorrow evening, so I've been doing that. Which is going to be really nice because I didn't actually play a pre-release. I built a pre-release deck, but I never actually played it. So we're going to be playing some Steel tomorrow night. Just got a box in today to do that one. And apart from that, I've just been playing around with some decks. I haven't done too much building myself, but actually I've been exploring one deck, which we'll talk about a little bit later, with someone else in the community, which I've actually been really enjoying. And this was a leader that doesn't look like it could be good, but it's actually been doing pretty well down the future. So I've been doing that and just trying to put a few decks together, sort through the cards that I got and everything, and just keep up with so much news that's coming out.
And if you're a Discord member, you probably already know what Jason is talking about. But if not, then it's a sign you need to get into the Discord.
Yeah, exactly. And I will be revealing that a little bit later.
But what about you, Pontus? Have you gotten your hands on the shiny new cards?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I had my Carbonite booster pack opening, or Carbonite box opening at the start of the set. That was fun. Got a really good box if you haven't seen that one. But since then, I've been playing mostly on Fridays on local store, Röda Goblinen. And
is it on Fridays?
Yeah, we do Fridays. Yeah,
Okay.
we also have on Wednesdays.
Okay.
I haven't been going Wednesdays, so it's a lot of stuff happening. So I prioritize Fridays.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been playing there. I have had a little bit of a lull in my interest in Premiere personally.
Yeah.
It's like I'm waiting for the new rotation. It's going to be exciting.
Yeah.
So, but I'm still playing. I'm still trying to build some new decks. I'm going to look into Qui-Gon Jinn again, for example.
Nice.
Yeah, but also some drafting, so that's fun.
Yeah, I've been drafting a lot actually in this set, and I find it's really, really nice. Just so many different leaders that work really well, and the themes, the archetypes. It feels very good.
Yeah,
I don't know
agree.
how to put it.
I've actually done 3 drafts since we started since the set started, so that feels nice. Yeah, and actually won the last one that I played. Though, so
Great.
nice.
What did you play?
Very nice.
Leia.
What base?
What was it actually? I actually don't remember. Right.
I played Leia yellow yesterday. It was really good because nobody drafted yellow.
Green. I mean, Leia green was. Yeah. I remember. Yeah.
That's one thing I like about draft is where things that usually are a bit underpowered can become stronger because people don't want to pick them. So you can get more of it. For instance, yellow being kind of the weaker color in limited often. But yeah.
No, that's true.
So, right. Before we go into discussing about Premiere, or wait, I need to talk about what I've been doing.
Yeah, let's hear what you've been doing.
I've been also teaching a new player. That's been really fun. Actually, a childhood friend of mine. We played Magic when we were like 13 or something. So I think he had kind of the kindling flame inside of him that he needed to get to a TCG soon, cracking some packs, and so he was very easy to convince. He's like, I have to tell him like, no, don't buy that stuff. You need to just take it easy.
Put the Twilight down.
Take a deep breath.
Yeah, but that's been fun. We have been playing with starter decks, played a bit of sealed, draft, and I actually got him to join the store showdown we had this weekend. It was actually a Legend of the Force showdown, but the store just got the kit so late and it never really worked with the dates. So it was really short notice and not that many people could show up, but it was still very competitive players and really fun. Also, 11 different decks.
Nice.
That was fun. So 11 players and 11 different decks. So we'll get to that later when we talk a bit about Premiere. But before we talk about Premiere, I want to shout out last week's episode. If you haven't listened to Victor, Jacob, and I talking about some psychographics from Magic the Gathering called Timmy, Johnny, and Spike. Kind of different things that motivate players. That was really, really fun, and trying to talk about those, how they apply to Stars and Limited, and we came up with the names Annie, which is Timmy, Mando, Johnny, and Boba for Spike. So now I want to hear Pontus.
I really feel like you guys have coined these for the...
So let's see, which ones were the Annie for Timmy, and what was on that
Mando,
Johnny.
Johnny.
And Boba is the Spike.
Yeah, okay. So I'd say I'm mostly a Mando, say, but there's a decent amount of Boba as well, where I want to, but it's like it's a competition between the two, because I want to win, but I want to do it with like my own stuff, so to speak. I want it's part of the competition to have made the deck myself.
Yeah.
So like if I copy a deck, I don't feel like it's me winning properly, so to speak.
That makes a lot of sense.
So it's somewhere in between, but mostly towards Mando. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that exactly what you said there. That you want the win to be something you made, and it doesn't feel as rewarding if you haven't kind of come up with it yourself. That's kind of in the definition of Mando a bit. So
Yeah.
And you, Jason?
It's a good question, because part of me just thinks like, I enjoy the Timmy side of stuff, or I guess the Annie side, where you want things to the in the lore to work together. Like you want all the droids to be working together. You want to be able to put this certain weapon on this person and make it work. But then and then like I remember playing an Akbar, playing against no, it wasn't. I think it was back in Jump to Lightspeed pre-release, like putting Darth Vader into an X-wing or something fun like that. Just having fun with the area, that kind of stuff. But I think I'm kind of maybe a weak Johnny, because like I enjoy exploring deck building ideas and stuff, but they never. When I build something myself, they never really work. They're never really that strong. And so I then go into, I guess, the Boba side of net decking, something that's similar to what I've already built. But then that actually works.
Yeah.
Because I didn't enjoy. I remember going to 05 at a Cantina Brawl at Manitorsk once, or a tournament there, and that just wasn't fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I want something.
Chance.
Yeah, I want a chance to win, and I want a chance to win with a good deck. And then if I have a good deck, I know then it's just down to me being good and learning the deck. So then I will pick up a leader or something that I like the feel of, and then I will try and do well at that deck, like the last time with the Thrawn Data Vault. I really enjoy Thrawn. I really like that style. I've been going Thrawn since JTL came out. But going, oh yeah, this actually kind of works. I see why this works. I'm just going to pick up this deck and maybe switch out one or two cards that I really like, and then we'll go with that. So I get, like I say, I'm a weak Johnny. I enjoy the Johnny side of stuff,
The
but
Mando,
sorry, the Mando. Sorry, we need to coin these.
Yes.
We need people to like, no, you're a Mando. Nordic Takedown says so. So I think I'm around that area, if we can do that.
But you sound like a good mix. Like, I also identify a bit with all of them.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, exactly. But I just love the new set, new cards. Just picking up a card and sorting through them. Actually, this can go with this. Can I make this work? But then I just don't give myself the time, or I don't find the time. I don't have the time to really explore those at a deeper level, which is actually the deck that I've been looking at this time, and someone else being interested, we could have a discussion about it, because, a lot of other people are putting in the work and saying this work doesn't work. Some people who are better at the game and better at deck building than me, but we can still have a deep conversation, or a intelligent conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
about why this works, not just that card sucks, get rid of it. It's no, this works because of this. This doesn't work because of that. And I think that's the thing I'm enjoying most about Secrets of the Power so far.
Yeah,
cool,
nice.
I just wanted to mention one thing before we move on. We're gonna have a competitive level tournament in Röda Goblinen on the 13th of December. So we're hoping to get a lot of players there. I just want to shout it out.
Nice.
So it's 2 weeks, 1.5 weeks from recording.
Yeah.
So there's still time, hopefully.
Is it just the store arranging a tournament, or is it a showdown? Or
no, it's the store arranging a tournament. It's something we have decided to do more of.
Yeah.
Where we are going to have a quarterly competitive tournament, or about quarterly. It depends on exact scheduling, but around the quarterly we're going to have a competitive tournament, and like every month we're going to have a more of a casual level tournament. So it's going to be like 300 to for the tickets, and like pretty much all the money goes back to the pricing, a little bit to the judges, and the rest for the pricing. So
cool. That's
and this is up near you in Västerås.
In Västerås, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, that should be clear.
Right
then. So let's segue over to the competitive side of the game, which is Premiere. And as I mentioned earlier, it's quite of a special situation now because once rotation was announced, we knew we will have at least 4 sets, with exception when there wasn't a 4 set, and a maximum of 6 sets. So now we actually have the maximum card pool size we'll ever have to deck build with, and a lot of different leaders to pick. Let me do a quick math. 108 leaders, can I have it true? Yeah, 18 in each set.
Yeah, 18 each set, and 2 from Hoth, I guess, if anyone wants to play those.
Yeah, so 110 leaders. Crazy.
They're not legal for Premiere, are they?
They are legal.
So okay, even the Hoth cards.
Yeah, the Hoth cards are legal for Premiere. It's
they just
almost
weren't
all of them
legal in
are
the
really
previous
bad.
set. They just weren't legal in.
Yeah, it was like a
Legends of
set
the
date
Force,
when they went.
But now they are legal.
Now they are legal, yeah. But most of the cards from Interbell Hoth is not good enough for Premiere, but some of them are.
Yeah. So a lot of deck building potential, but as we see with every new set, we have kind of some things already established. So even though we've gotten new cards now, it's not like the meta is completely shaken. We do, however, see some old leaders kind of get some new resurgence. For instance, maybe the most popular deck right now, Anakin, with Data Vault. That we've seen some Anakin Green before, but not nearly as much as now.
That's cool.
Of course, due to some new great 2-drops, Nemik and Mina, and cards like Sinta and other great stuff for Anakin. But I want to hear a bit with you guys. How do you find... Pontus, you already said that you were kind of not that excited for Premiere right now. Would you say it's because of the meta, or because you're already just focusing on kind of rotation and rather like thinking about what will happen when the first 3 sets go out?
No, I think it's how do I put it? Like we had this like the same leaders. Some of the leaders from set 1 and 2 are still being played, and a huge part of the meta still. It's like, can we get to something new? I'm so like, please, something new.
Yeah.
Like that's my favorite part of playing TCGs is the rotation, basically. So that's really what I want. I feel like it's just time for something new, and it makes it hard for me to enjoy like the meta because of that. Because I'm just thinking, oh, that's the same deck I saw a year ago. Like, okay, a couple of tweaks.
That makes sense. What about you, Jason? How do you find playing with 6 sets?
I mean, it's a bit stressed actually in many ways, because if you're just trying to think of a deck that I constantly especially with my job, which are coming up with solutions to basically focusing on longevity so that people can actually build something that's going to work in a couple of years' time as well. I think about that with decks. Like if I'm building a deck, I'm working now, I'm also thinking, well, how long until I've got to change this? How long until this becomes, not useful? So I'm focusing there at what cards in the last 3 sets can I focus on, so that when we go through rotation, I don't need to switch out as many.
Yeah.
And I think that's why we're seeing a lot of like the Boba Data Vault, Pilot Boba Data Vault, or ECL, or just the red green villainy Boba becomes quite attractive there. But he's also got a lot of support just with Top of the Summit and Sinta. As those 2 cards make him really, really strong. Yes. And actually, that's the deck that my friend that I'm teaching, the one that he's chosen, that he wants to play, because he's seen that is the longevity. And I've also said actually it is a good one to focus on now.
I agree.
He's still going to be around and really strong later on.
And the playstyle of the deck is relatively straightforward, so I think it's kind of a good recommendation for a new player.
Yeah, he found that himself. So I said, pick a deck and we'll see if we can build and we can play against it. And he's picked it up really well. So I'm seeing that leader. I'm seeing a few new leaders coming out, but there's still the really strong, the really, Anakin, Sabine's, Yoda is also quite a big deck. And so I feel like now we've got all the strong cards. People are focusing on how are we making the old leaders better.
Yeah.
How can we strengthen those old leaders to make them good again? There hasn't been, maybe that's why we haven't seen so many new leaders from Secrets become really, really good and really strong in the meta at all yet, because it's easier just to focus, take the what's been and focus on again. Having said that, I think Sabine Data Vault or Sabine ECL, she already has her replacement with Cassian, the new Cassian Andor leader. That is very strong. I tested it out and I was like, yeah, this is really quick, really strong, and actually it's very difficult, especially if you're taking the initiative in the flip turn. It's very difficult to not win if you're playing with that. If you can go quick enough that you're, it's a later flip, but it was just very, very quick. I think aggro has got there. I haven't explored so much on the control side yet.
I think Qui-Gon Jinn is going to be strong for control, like more of a unit-based control. But
which deck? Sorry,
Qui-Gon Jinn.
Qui-Gon Jinn, yeah,
more of a control based on units. But he's been working real well for me.
So blue,
that's
then.
Good. So have you been focusing on that deck then as you're coming back over to that?
So both of you were talking, so I'm not sure what.
I was asking about the you said the Qui-Gon Jinn. Have you been focusing a little bit on improving the Qui-Gon with cards from this set?
I haven't actually since the release of the sets. I've actually been looking at other decks, but I'm gonna get back to Qui-Gon like now, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
nice.
So I've been building some DJ because I got the showcase. He's not very good, but he's fun. And he might get better with the set 7, I think. And also with Mon Mothma. That's also been fun. But I don't like the double green version, so I don't know.
But I think some of the thing, and something I mentioned either the last episode I was on or a couple before that, where some of the newer leaders, they don't maybe feel as strong or they don't feel as easy to play because they have to be figured out still. There's still some work to be done. But looking at what we've already been spoiled in A Lawless Time for set 7, there's still a complexity to a lot of the plays, a lot of the leaders. We're going to have to be working a bit harder to get things working. So looking at the deck that I have been playing a lot, it's been very difficult to stay away from set 1 cards. Very difficult to stay away from set 1 cards. And someone put a meme in the chat calling it basically a Sabine yellow in disguise.
So what is it then, Jason?
So this is C3PO with a 30 power red base. And the C3PO leader, let's just pull the deck up here. And actually it's King Smudge that has been doing a lot of testing, a lot of work, and we've been going back, and I've been basically playing with his build quite a bit, although some of the things I don't fully agree with, but I quite like this. C3PO is the leader from second. If you don't know, dear listener, what C3PO does, on the leader side, he's a cunning heroic. He has action pay 1 and exhaust. If you control an exhausted unit, exhaust a unit. And that's any unit. So including leaders, even when he is a normal leader. So there's got the flavor of Akbar there, but he can still exhaust the leaders. On the other side, when he's a leader unit, he flips on 4. He's a 1/6 on attack. If you control another exhausted unit, you may exhaust a unit. So it's the same. It's the same idea there. So, looking at this deck, and especially my first version of this deck, was very much we want droids, Babu Frick. Hey! I can't. Whenever someone says Babu Frick, whenever someone mentions Babu Frick, I can't help it. It's like Tourette's. Like I have to suddenly go. So I apologize to anyone in conversation with me in the future. If you mention Babu Frick to me, I am going to go. Way!
When you do that, it doesn't sound like your voice at all.
Sorry, that was I don't know what that was. It's a very good unit. It's from Legends of the Force, and it's a 1/4, and as action you may attack with a friendly droid unit. For this attack, it deals damage equal to its remaining HP instead of its power. So, which means that and this works really nicely with C-3PO, because C-3PO is a 1/6, but you exhaust Babu Frick to attack with C-3PO, so the action is already the trigger has already happened. And then we have other things like Fleet Lieutenants that does the same thing.
And by trigger, you mean a C-3PO's on attack, seeing another exhausted unit,
having another exhausted, exactly,
which then lets you exhaust.
Yeah. So Babu Frick is exhausted there. Fleet Lieutenant comes in, he triggers, he hits, he exhausts the units.
Nice. That's a cool combo.
Which is really cool. So we basically filled it up with BD1 is a 1/3. Chopper is a 1/3, but we're kind of thinking about, okay, maybe, taking that out and switching that up for something else. The two R2D2 units that are both 1/4, the pilot and the normal when played. Look at the top card of your deck. And then you've also got K2SO in there, which is just a really good card for aggro decks to get through. So
it does have a lot of similarities to Sabine Yellow with like the Rebel package, Wing Leader, Fleet Lieutenant.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you got Green Squadron A-Ring, Wing Leader, Millennium Falcon,
Nice.
just really, really good. Surprise Strike for a cause. It is very, very similar. However, Babu Frick is something that has to be taken care of.
Yeah, for sure.
Because, and it normally is actually in games.
Sadly,
it becomes, it does become the target, and I think people realize if I win the first game, people cotton on and go, okay, no, you've got to deal with a problem like Babu. And then he's got Qui-Gon Jinn's lightsaber in his version. I use the Hotshot Blaster because I like to, people think, oh no, it's only a 1, you don't need to worry about it, and then I can come out with the Hotshot and do something. Whereas Qui-Gon Jinn's thing is a 3/2. You're boosting the back end, you're boosting the health, 3+1, you're showing the opponent what you're going to do. As well. So it's very quick. However, if you haven't won by turn 6, then you're not going to win. It's pretty much that. If you lose your momentum, then you're done. So it is pretty much that, red, yellow thing. But again, like anything, the majority of these cards in this deck, apart from Babu Frick, BD1, and I guess Han Solo, pilot Han Solo at the top end, everything's being rotated out.
Right.
Qui-Gon did lightsaber, of course, as well. Yeah. But everything's being rotated out last time. So this has been very difficult to stay away from the Rebel package, to stay away from all this other things there. But it's still a very, very fun thing, bringing in the old cards that, do work.
Babu Frick is not being rotated out.
Babu Frick, Babu Frick is that's what I say. Babu Frick, BD1, and Han Solo with my ground units,
and that's like the most important one. I mean, you need droids.
Exactly, and there are other droids. Yeah. Of course, we're going to get droids. I mean, it's Star Wars. You've got to have droids in all Star Wars.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of the basis of the deck, and it's just been super fun making one of those. It's kind of like Akbar, like making a leader that people laugh at,
exactly,
actually working.
Unexpected.
Exactly. It's bringing the Timmy out of me.
Yeah, but I would say also kind of.
Sorry, it's bringing the Annie.
Yeah.
Right,
True.
yeah.
But also Mando aspects here, right? You're trying to break something, trying to make it work, come up with something original.
True.
So
Both.
But I mean, also the enjoyment of playing C3PO, human cyborg relations.
Human cyborg relations. Oh my.
There we go. Okay. But let's that was really cool hearing about that. If you're curious, go into the Discord deck discussion. You find the C3PO red. Smudge and Jason will enlighten you.
And I think just to top this off, I mean that version that I did just mention, like King Smudge has to take a lot of credit for that one, and it's not finished yet. There's still I think some work. I looked at a version with Karis Nemec and putting a bit more red in there, because Karis Nemec, when you can do that, when you can pull off the revealing the red, is really, really strong. But there aren't enough. I kept on wanting to push towards the yellow. Also trying to get plot to work with that. Like we looked at the sudden ferocity. We looked at either Tala Durith, which gives everything hidden, so that when you can still bring units out and they survive. So you can bring her out, take initiative, and then things will survive. A little bit on.
Your leader have hidden? If you plot out the
friendly, because you would have already played the leader if you're plotting, unless because she's a 3 cost. So if she comes out first, then I guess the leader would. Have
I don't remember what's the text on Tala Durith.
Tala Durith, each other friendly unit gains hidden, and then she has plot. She's a 3/3 Imperial.
I don't think hidden is a when played ability. I think it's just if it was played this round.
Each
I'm
other
not
friendly
100% sure.
Hidden. Because doesn't hidden happen?
I don't think
gains hidden, but if it's already on the board, you're the judge, Pontus.
Yeah, I'm not sure because I don't, but I don't believe hidden is a when. No, it's not a when played ability. No, exactly. It's just a keyword, so to speak. So I don't have the rules file here, so I'm not sure. But it could be that it actually works, because I think it is not a when played, but it actually is just if it was played this.
I mean, intuitively, when you look at the card, it would make sense for it to work that way, right? Because it's a plot card and it gives hidden, then it would make sense that it also gives the leader hidden, because that's when you're plotting it.
Good points.
Yep, absolutely.
So
cool. So there is a version with Karis, Spec for Soldier, and everything there, but it just isn't as quick, because with a deck like this, you need to be quick. But I'm constantly thinking, I want to make this work with new cards. I want to make this work with current cards. How many more droids can I get into a deck? It's the kind of things I'm thinking as I'm falling asleep at night.
Yeah.
So I verified it. No, it does work. Hidden is just if it was played or deployed this phase.
Yeah.
So
okay, great. Yeah. So actually, then it would work on the leader, right?
If you have Babu Frick out, you deploy C3PO, you plot the thing that gives hidden, then they can't kill Babu Frick. No, because you have Babu Frick already. Okay, they can't kill C3PO at least.
Yeah.
No, exactly. But is a leader played? Because it's obviously
played or deployed.
Or deployed.
Yeah, it's played or deployed.
Played or deployed. Okay, There we go. Okay. So that could still be pretty strong later on, depending on how many other things as well. But obviously, Lawless Time is also going to be very underworld heavy.
Sounds like it, yeah.
As we've just seen in the stream that we watched.
Yeah.
So this could be one of those ones that comes away and goes on.
All right. So on the topic of yellow red, I actually played the deck this weekend that's like 80% similar to your deck, Jason.
Savine, maybe?
Savine yellow, yes. Ding, 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 ding. I mean, it's a deck that's been around since set 1. Like, it was popular even before Savine ECL became a thing. So it's kind of wild to think we're in set 6 and I'm going to a competitive event. I'm bringing this set 1 deck. It's just a few new cards, like Karis Nemec, of course, best card of the new set. Rare for like €13 or something. It's quite high for considering the prices recently.
Top of the
And-
Summit isn't even that much.
Yeah, no. And then Han Solo Pilot is also kind of a new card, but otherwise it really looks like a set 1 deck. But as I mentioned in the last episode, I kind of haven't had time to really deck build and focus on Premiere, so I picked it because I wanted to play Han for Target Town, Jump to Lightspeed Han, but I had played him before and was like, I want to try something new. I wanted to play Sabine Data Vault, but it was the same. I enjoyed it, but also with Anakin, I was like, yeah. So never played Sabine Yellow competitively, so just, okay, why not? So that Tower number 9, American player, did really well at
like his videos.
Seattle thing, Boston Network, la-di-da. So copy this list, change the card because I missed Bail Organa, and went really well. As I said, 11 players, so 4 rounds of Swiss and top 8 actually. It should have been top 4, but the people were so eager. So 11 different decks. We had Sabine Yellow, Obi Blue. You can guess who that was. Piet Red, Mon Mothma Droid Manufactory, Yularen Red, Snoke Force Blue, Talcin Yellow.
Snoke Force Blue. That's a new idea.
It was kind of soft control-y, having like timely intervention into the new Vader, right? Force is great for like the 4 cost units. What is it? The Chirrut, Talzin's Assassin, and Darth Tyrannus. We also had Costas on Pulp Yellow, of course.
Yeah, I saw Pulp Yellow on the list. I thought, yeah, that's Costas.
You know who that was? Yoda Target Town, Han 2 ECL, and Vader on green. So
Vader won as well. That's cool.
That was my friend, the new player. But he actually, like, the goal was to just win something, and he won.
That's the starter deck, isn't it?
Vader but we upgraded it on the day. Met an hour before and just like, okay, take this.
How many overrun barrages have you got?
But do you know Sindre, the guy who was at the PQ in Skövde with a newborn or young baby? Yeah. He's a really great player.
Super nice guy.
Done well in PQs, and he lost his first game to Marcus. Not the best of 3, but the first game. Yeah. He was playing Talcin Yellow, and I think I don't know, Vader ramping into bigger units can be tough.
But it happens.
Yeah, it's kind of stressful to lose your first game to the new player. But that was cool. I had some tough matches where I reverse sweeped, but in total went 7-0, so that was good.
Nice.
And won the whole thing. I was quite lucky.
Good job. I mean, you can't just be I won the whole thing. We can't make that. That is a pretty good defeat playing with a set 1 deck.
I mean, it's not a set 1 deck. It's actually a really, really strong deck. But it felt good to get the win on my belt again. It's been a long time since I've performed well.
Nice.
But
congratulations.
I wanted to comment on the Han 2 ECL. I think that's also a really, really strong deck now. And first game, he got the new Sentinel, the 4/5. And it just completely shut me out.
Typho?
Captain Typho or something. Yeah. And he could just do so much now with Padme as well, right? Also playing Charismatic. I feel like the strongest decks now are just the decks that can play Charismatic and Padme. But I managed to go space the other games, which works really well, especially when you can kind of pilot a falcon and put your opponent in check, where they have to play suboptimally because you can just swing for a ton.
Yep.
So that was fun. Don't know if I will play more Sabine Yellow. It's at least nice to have a aggro deck. I was thinking for a very short time if I should bring something else to the showdown.
And you could always switch it to C3PO.
Yeah, true. I looked at some other decks, but then I realized I have no energy to play these grindy decks. Like I try to build like a Yoda data vault and see like, okay, can I go long and get like Bo-Katan as a win con or something? But man, aggro is so much more chill.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I kind of appreciate that.
Yeah, you might not win, but you've got time for coffee.
But you also won, so you know.
Or you win and have time for coffee.
Yeah. But yeah.
But I think that's enough about Premiere. Let's segue now a bit into the news segment.
David, can I make just one more thing on that? Just looking at the set one leaders here and like looking at the Yoda, I think there is a thing right now, and I think we'll see this in this set, where we are going, do we want to just spend a bit of time and appreciate the set 1, 2, 3 stuff before we say goodbye? Or
I mean, it's not goodbye yet. We have until March.
Yeah. But we have that time now during this set. Or do we say, okay, and then we've also got, well, we've got time to play this stuff because we've got time to do that when everything rotates out. Or do we focus in on this new stuff so that we are well prepared for the next year with the leaders that are going to be around for another year? I think there's two different parties that people will find themselves in now. Like, you know, I don't want to give up on Chewbacca just yet, for example. I want to give him one last try. I've already, you know, there's a conversation that started already. Because
you can always play Eternal if you want.
We don't know what Eternal is going to look like. Absolutely, and that could be Chewbacca. Could be that deck for me. At the same time, I think that's just something going through my head now. Where do I look on early leaders or last leaders? So just a last reflection. Other people might be similar. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
you know, let us know what you think.
I think it's now is your chance if you have an old leader you really like and you want to give a shot. But I do also think if you're a competitive player, maybe a Boba player, then you will get a lot of value from maybe picking a deck that doesn't have that many old cards. For instance, Tals in yellow, or some of these Force decks, right? They use a lot of the new cards. So if you get really good at those, then you can probably apply those skills also after a rotation. But in general, I don't think it hurts to swap decks here and then. But on the other hand, you do see really great players like, for instance, Kostas in Norway, who's been playing Palp Yellow forever and always doing well because he knows that deck. But
it's just a conundrum, I think, that I'm having at the moment is like, what do I want to invest my time in as well? It's just a thing. But it's a conversation we can come back to in the future.
But regarding Eternal, you mentioned that too. There has been some rumors, actually. I think I saw the KTOD channel. Bobby mentioned that there are rumors about Eternal PQ.
Wasn't there even an interview where they confirmed it? Or maybe I misremember.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure.
At PAX, maybe?
Yeah, maybe I might have PAX,
yeah, so maybe Eternal is even closer than we think, because, of course, that format will be born now when some set rotates out. But I didn't expect to get like competitive events that give you qualifying points for Galactic be Eternal, but maybe they do. Also regarding Eternal, in the stream today, we heard a bit about the Twin Suns. What are they called? Pre-constructed decks.
Yes.
And those will have exclusive cards. but they won't be Premier legal, but they will be Eternal legal.
Yeah, I don't know if how many new cards they are confirmed. They said that there were specifically going to be new leaders that are catered towards Twin Suns specifically.
Yeah.
But I don't know if there's also probably, but I don't know if they even talked about if there was going to be actual cards in the deck as well. Do you
I
guys
think
know?
so. It sounded
I mean,
the way they
Yeah,
thought about it.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
that would make sense as well. But they're also the leaders that are only going to be either Twin Suns or Eternal new leaders.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, and when we have a turn format and we get cards from other products like a Twin Suns deck, right? Then it can really start to open up the crazy combos and deck building potential. That is really fun
Cool.
to explore.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to the Twin Suns precons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because listening to the stream tonight, that they also talked about how four designers have had the job to build their precon decks, and so they're going to have you get the designers' taste on that as well to bring that out. So it's really nice to see Twin Suns being.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been enjoying Twin Suns as well lately. I didn't think I was going to do that, but it's fun.
Nice. So regarding today's stream, wasn't that much news. They basically just covered the starter decks that had already been spoiled in the article. But we did see a couple new cards, and I guess we can discuss a bit what we think about rotation.
Yeah. I mean,
So,
as I said, I'm super excited about the rotation. It's like the best thing in my mind.
So why do you enjoy it so much?
I mean, it keeps the meta alive, in my opinion. That's like my problem that I feel like now, that's kind of stagnated a little bit. It's like it is still changing, which is good. Otherwise, it would be very bad for the meta or for the game. But it's still like not changing as much as I like it personally. So like I think the game's gonna, for me personally at least, is gonna really come alive with the next set and in the future when we're gonna have a regular rotation every year.
Yeah. Because of course there is an impact when we get a new set and we get 250 new cards, but not only are we removing 3 sets, or I guess essentially just 2 in the amount of cards, but we're removing the sets we have played with for the longest time and maybe some of the stronger cards.
Yeah.
That's
Absolutely.
also what's such a big deal, right? With Sparkle Rebellion being a lot of staples.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you're playing anything with Green Villainy, you're gonna have Overwhelming Barrage, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
If you're playing, you have staple control cards like Fail the Dragon and
Super Laser Blast,
and
there's so many great the legendaries, right? You have Falcon, Luke, Vader.
Yeah.
Luke, Vader, exactly. Yeah. So these cards, which they don't necessarily fit the deck, but you wouldn't play a blue heroic deck without.
They're just so good. Right? Auto includes, right?
Power of the Dark Side as
well. Yeah, Power of the Dark Side. I am very much looking forward to seeing the back end of Power of the Dark Side.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to seeing the back end of Overwhelming Barrage.
Yep. Yeah, it's the one I'm looking forward to the most. Power of the Dark Side is the one I'm looking forward to the most. Being gone, honestly, not because it's overpowered, but it's for me it's boring.
Yeah, I see. Yeah. I think Super Laser Blast being gone, I think, has more of a hit, considering it kind of affects the hard to control archetype.
True.
But we have new board wipes now with the Nebula Ignition.
Turbolaser Salvo.
Yeah, you've just got to work harder. Like you've got to work harder in the game to produce the board state for the board wipe to be beneficent. It's efficient for you, right? Like a Nebula thing, either direct hit, defeat all space units. defeat ground units. Everything has the condition of just there isn't just a wipe everything.
Yeah.
You have to play better.
Yeah.
Plan. Yeah.
I would say I'm pretty hyped too for rotation, and I also like the new mechanic with credits. It feels like it's kind of a staple in card games, right? Having temporary resources.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
And
sorry, Pontus, were you going to say something?
I was just going to say I'm also excited to see the multi-aspect one.
Yes.
Looks interesting.
I was about to say the same thing, but also linked to the credits, because they were talking in the stream today about ramp being something that they want to keep in the game. It's a play style. It's something there. And it occurred to me there and then, and I'm pretty sure there are about 50% of our listener base that this has already occurred to them a couple of weeks ago. But obviously playing out of aspect cards, you pay the aspect penalty, but the credits will be paying for that. So you're the decks that can create the credits, you can play the out of aspect cards because you can still stay on curve and use the credits to pay for the out of aspect cards. And that is also a way, the credits is a way of ramping. So in a way, everyone has a little bit of access to ramp and is it aspect cheating, or what are we calling this?
Yeah, I mean, it seems like they're pushing for that because, I mean, like we talked about a little before, the common basis or one. We've only seen one, but since there's one, I assume it's going to be one for each aspect, which lets you do an epic action to play a card from your hand, ignoring the four main aspects, the penalties for those four. One of them, I should say, one of them.
Yeah.
So with those bases, I assume they want more off-aspect stuff. So,
yeah.
Yeah. I agree. People are being encouraged to do that. Credits is a way to pay for them, and it may mean that we won't see a reprint of Resupply or Timely Intervention or some of those other, not Timely Intervention,
Super Laser.
and some of those other, our common staple ramp cards. We might not see those again in that way, but this credit way is another way of getting ahead of the curve and ramping, or staying on curve and playing out of aspect.
Yeah, John actually said something about specifically about ramp. He said something, I don't remember exactly the quote, but it was something like that there's going to be a card in the set 7 that's a riff on Resupply, but that it isn't Resupply. So that's
I missed that
as well.
Yeah, because we got Resupply reprinted in Twilight.
Yes.
So doesn't really help.
No, I think because specifically, I think like Resupply is such a staple. It feels like this is such. They're gonna reprint it probably, but because he said that, I don't think they will. I think, and that makes me think maybe they actually won't reprint like pretty much anything. That would be interesting. I don't know.
I think aggression, cunning, command, and vigilance will eventually, might not be this next set, but I think eventually it will do, because they made a big deal of the
promos.
The promo exclusives, where or you just get something nice for Eternal.
People have been speculating they will maybe be in the icons.
Or icons, and that's where we may get Luke and Vader and stuff to back.
But let's stay on the topic of spoilers and news and spend our last minutes on next week's stream, because that has a very interesting topic. At least in my community, people have been talking all about this. So they have written that we will see some changes to booster packs coming with a lawless time.
Very good stuff. Love
Are you saying good stuff? Why is that good?
I mean, I think the big issue with the booster packs these days, and since the start of the game started, is the pringling of the foils. And I think they have fixed that in the upcoming set. That's what I think. And I mean, I don't know, like, there's no other big issue in my mind, at least. Like I think the booster packs in general are like fine. Like there's nothing problematic except for the foils.
Okay, so do you mean that they have a better machine now that foils them better?
Yeah, I mean that's something we see in other games.
Yeah,
Foils that don't pringle, or at least not as much.
not as much. Yeah.
So yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I have to say personally, I doubt that a bit because it feels like a restriction of production and not really something designers can as easily change. I feel like another solution to that would be to reduce the amount of foils in carbonites, because people, I don't know, at least a lot of people I talk to are not that excited about foils because of the pringling.
Yeah.
But they did say that there was going to be I don't remember exact the words, but Jack said something along the lines of that's going to be a lot like a big change in the normal boosters and a small change in the carbonite boosters.
Okay.
Something along those lines.
Interesting.
Least. So
yeah.
I think that there will be a change around the common bases, maybe.
Okay.
I want to see a change around the common bases because, yes, obviously you need common bases for draft and people need the common bases. However, if you're opening a lot of decks, like how many, I've got like 3 boxes behind me of just common bases. That's one card of 16 that is useless in every set. And so I hope to see that you get rare bases to a little less rare, or that you get some other type of double-sided token maybe instead of a base, because I know bases are double-sided whether you get the tokens, but you don't see them as often, because even if you're playing a draft, right, or sealed or limited, the shop will give you the base you need in order to complete your deck.
Yeah, I'm just wondering where they would put the bases then, like, because they have to put.
But the second it's the second card of the deck is the base, right?
Yeah.
Of the pack. So you get a leader, you get a base, and then you get the rest of the packs.
Exactly.
So that second card maybe gets a little bit more thing. I also think
I see what you mean. It's not always the base.
Yeah, so that second card doesn't always need to be the base, or if you have a rare base, it is in the base slot. It doesn't take up the legendary slot.
I think that's a good change.
Yeah, I agree.
Because nobody likes getting a rare base in the rare slot,
unless it's a nice hyperfoil version. Like my hyperfoil data vault is still one of my favorite pulls, despite it just being a base. It's absolutely.
But then
stunning.
That's not in the normal rare and legendary slot, right? So you could still get a rare base in the hyper or foil slots, but
the
rare and legendary could be like no rare bases there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I agree. I would agree with that one. Yeah.
I really like your kind of idea of having more potential upgrades in the booster, because right now the problem, as I see it, is people are not really incentivized to buy that much sealed product. The value of the cards is low because they're not printing legendaries that are must plays, so you can get mostly what you need because there's a lot of them on the market. So the only reason for like opening a lot would be to look for chase cards, but then you buying, I guess, carbonites if you want showcases there. But I feel like there has been a lot of different complaints about this. For instance, one thing, why would you buy normal boosters now where showcases are that rare? If you want showcase, you're buying carbonites.
But do we need that? Like, I've heard these arguments before, like there needs to be chase cards and like there's no value in the boosters. Like, but does it really matter?
Yes, because we need FFG to make a lot of money, man. We need this game to stay alive. We love the game.
Yes, the game has to stay alive. I definitely agree with that. But I mean, do we need the cards to be valuable for them to make money?
At least some of the cards, because if the cards themselves are not valuable, then the sealed product is not valuable, and the stores won't move enough product. Like, you have stores now that they don't sell out their carbonites. People are not as interested. And I feel like if you just make the buyer or also the collector feel like the product is more valuable, they get more out of it, then I think that's better for the game as a whole.
Yeah.
Like in, for instance, regular boosters, just give us a slight chance of getting prestigious. Then that's so much more exciting opening
Yep.
in a draft, right? Oh yes, I got a prestige in a normal draft booster. That's so cool. Or in Carbonites, now you have like a 50% chance of getting a showcase. That's a punch in the gut, right? If you buy one box and you don't get the showcase.
But
So,
I'm just seeing the other side. I mean, you might be entirely right, but I'm just thinking that like a big problem with some other card games is that some of the cards are extremely expensive. Because like they're very they're rare to get in the packs. They're like something legendary or something like that, and everybody plays it's like it's staple and stuff like that. And they get to like I don't know $100 or something insane, and you need 3 in each deck. Like I don't want Star Wars to get to that.
No,
I agree, but I'm not talking about making the normal cards more rare. I'm just saying we need more chances for upgrades to make people feel like they get more value somehow. Like now we have Prestige as an alternate, but couldn't we just introduce another alternate to make to have some more things to chase, to get people to be more excited about opening packs? Because now I feel like a lot of people, they're like, I don't mind. Here, just take it. It's just bulk, and you can just get singles. And
I think there has to be a balance in this in general, because I played Flesh and Blood, and I wasn't the best player at Flesh and Blood, but one of the nice thing about buying packs was there was the one equipment card or the few equipment cards each time, which were worth 1,000, like €100 or €200 or something, where you only need one of them in your deck. Yes, it was a staple, but it was the one card. If you want, when Vader was, €50 or something like that, that's if you want a play set, and if you have to have a play set in your deck, that's €150. That's still on the same level. But now, what's the most expensive legendary at the moment? The value's gone down a little bit too much. Collectors aren't enjoying, and collectors aren't wanting to pick up the game, and it does need to be attractive for collectors, so that they want to have these cards. And yes, it's good that it's easy accessible for us, but collectors have the money, and they want to spend their money on collectible things.
Do we need collectors for the game to be good?
We don't not for the game to be good.
It's part of the ecosystem, kind of.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, Flesh and Blood is surviving very well still, because there are collectors collecting, there are people just buying in bulk, and people are still enjoying and playing the game. So people are still playing Magic. Magic is still surviving because people are collecting and buying the collector's boxes. And yes, they're just sat there and they're sealed, but people have the money to spend on that. So Star Wars doesn't have that yet. And maybe it's the thing, do people think it's there? But one of the good things to say, like, Star Wars is getting more popular. Like, how quickly did the SQ sell out? 15 minutes. There's a lot of talk going through, like, is Star Wars dying? Is it dead? It's like, well, actually, no. It's no, ridiculous. I mean, this is people are saying, like, if you don't like the game, just stop playing. You don't have to start scaring off other players, because it's a better game than any other TGC out there to actually play and experience, etc. So if people are saying it's dead, shut up. It's one of the biggest things that annoys me with
me too.
I see your concern, Pontus, kind of the complete other side, where product is so valuable that you have scalpers, like with Pokemon, for instance. Everything sells out immediately. So then clearly everybody, quote unquote, knows the product is valuable. Like what they get is somehow valuable. Now you don't have that at all with Stars Unlimited.
But that's my point, really. Like, I might be missing something for sure, and that's why I want to ask these questions, because I don't see like how the collectors are doing anything at all for the longevity of the game, or for like keep making sure the game keeps being played. And in fact, I think if anything, if we look at Pokemon, for example, like the example just made, it might actually potentially ruin the game for people.
I I don't know too much about how this people feel about this with Pokemon, but I have heard that Pokemon is maybe the most affordable TCG to play because it's just variants that are expensive. The
Okay.
base cards are super accessible because people open so much product that the market is completely flooded, saturated with the base cards.
Okay.
So as long as you have enough of those so people can actually play the game, then I'm happy because I'm that type of player. I don't care at all for the variants and the bling. I just want to play the game. So as long as I can get my hands on every like card, not every variation of the card with super rare.
If it's like that, then sure. Yeah. We can have the collectors as well. As long as they're not ruining the game.
Yes, I agree. Like if you need a playset of a card that's €100, then it sucks. Obviously.
But if someone's listening to this and they want to chime in on this conversation with collectors and the role of collectors in the game, etc., please chime in and contact us and get involved in our Discord or on socials or whatever, because this is a conversation worth having, I think, in a future episode. Of the role of this, because FFG have now with the rotation, with the set 7 coming out, with Eternal and all this other stuff coming out, I think it's quite a pivotal time. I think the next few months of how popular the game could possibly get. They've designed so many sets already. I don't think it's going to die, but I think it has potential to win back a lot of players and win in some new players at the same time. Like even Adam, who was excited about seeing Riftbound coming out and everything as well. He plays actually Star Wars is still so much of a better game, but Riftbound has a really big collector's feel.
I think they have way more variants stuff. And chase cards.
Yeah, exactly. So there's got to be a balance. Maybe FFG haven't got it right yet. But there's just with the pivotal time now, what could they be doing to improve that and improve that cash flow?
I think one thing that I would like is make it more possible for people to get play sets of prestige cards. Yeah. Because right now that's pretty difficult, right? You have to get a lot of Carbonite boosters because you only get one prestige card per booster.
Yeah.
So maybe there could be at least some chances to get multiple. That would be fun, right? So you don't know, I'm only getting this one slot that you care about.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I mean, there are things that could, in my opinion, make it more exciting to be opening the packs.
I think one of the things that may have, and I know we're going over time here as well, so if you listener, if you grab another cup of coffee and sit down and get comfortable. No, I'm joking. We're going to be finished in a minute. But is the artwork on the prestiges in this set is a lot better than the previous set, right? Because I think maybe people weren't too impressed with Legends of the Force prestiges and the artworks there. They're a little bit simple. You kind of got what they're doing. But I opened up Carbonite booster literally just before we went on, and I got the prestige of the chopper. It's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
I absolutely love this, the artwork, the effect on this, the
foil ones at least. I think the foil wanted poster prestiges look awesome, and all of the prestiges from the propaganda look awesome in my opinion.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, definitely. But I don't think you got the same thing from that. So I think people have kind of been like, well, actually, it didn't really feel good that time. But these Secrets of Power stuff, they are really nice, and so they've upped the game again here. So there's a high bar that they've got to reach with giving people the reason to buy these.
Yeah. It's going to be very exciting next week. Maybe we'll make sure the episode is recorded after the stream so we can also discuss what's announced.
I think that's a really good thing, and so we get really hot off the press. What do people think about showcases? In a number of ratio of showcases in both Carbonites and normals, honestly, because Adam mentioned this last week before 2 weeks ago, I think you mentioned about so
there's too many.
There's too many. They're almost too easy to get hold of.
Yeah.
Maybe he was just annoyed because he picked up the C3PO, which I bought from him, and he wanted a better one. I don't know. But what do you guys think of that?
I just like, I'm unsure if that's actually true, because like to get what is it in, you get one showcase in every 2 Carbonite boxes.
Yeah.
But 2 Carbonite boxes cost about the same as 6 normal boxes or something like that. And how many boxes do you need to buy to get a normal boxes need to get a showcase?
Isn't it 12?
12, yeah. So it's like not extreme, like the difference isn't extreme.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know if it's actually that much more common, or if it's just an illusion. People will see people opening so many more because they see the videos of Carbonite boxes being opened.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're looking at Matthias's hit rate, then it probably feels there is maybe a little bit too much, because it gets a little bit ridiculous. And he even says that now. So when he pulls one every week, it's just getting ridiculous. It feels like.
My opinion is that they kind of made the normal booster less exciting.
Yeah,
it was so exciting getting a showcase before Carbonite existed, right? So I would almost wish that they introduced something new that's super rare, that's only in draft boosters. Or that it could be in Carbonites too, but it's also super rare there. So it's not like you should just get Carbonites for this.
I mean, it's still super exciting to get a showcase in a normal booster. Like we had a draft this Friday, and one of the players, she got 1 prize booster. And she opened a showcase in that one show in that prize booster.
That's good.
And not only that, it was like one of her 2 favorite characters in Star Wars. So like Mon Mothma, she was like so excited. So that was highlight of her day, I think.
Yeah, but we could keep on discussing this forever, but I think we should focus on wrapping it up, guys.
Yeah, to be continued.
But, it's going to be great to continue this discussion in the Discord. So join there, discuss episodes, let us know what you think about the packs and maybe your predictions for what they will change. Thank you, Jason and Pontus, for joining tonight.
It was fun.
Been great, as always.
Thank you very much for trying to keep us on topic. I apologize for making that harder for you.
Making more fun.
It was a
really good conversation tonight. So thank you for leading us in that, Jonah.
All right, then may the force be with you, and see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.